I click this and say, yo, what up? Muscular under Earth. The deck name is Slapback, huh?
Yeah, so generically, I love their symbol.
Yeah.
It's what I started in when I started pre-MHA. And in MHA, I've been trying to avoid it because like Kirishima and just all those. But then they showed Muscular.
Yeah.
And this character just says, you can go for your kill turn, but if you fail, you're not coming back.
Yeah. I've played this guy one time, and it felt very, very good. It felt very fun to play against, and I was even playing against the terror of the format. I was playing against Dabi.
And like also his response is just kind of anti-water and their whole Cardwell stuffing.
Yeah. So what do you need my help with?
Trying to trim it down and make it consistent because currently it is at 75.
Sure. I'm not a cut cards.
And I would like to be more in like the 60 area, but like
Yeah.
it got to a point where cutting cards was looking like I'm just running 2 in 1 of everything
Mm-hmm.
that has the ear symbol.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
And
So
also
what,
I felt this is a good mix up from all the life ones you see everywhere.
Yeah. Life's gonna be very popular for him for sure. What's the goal of the number? What's the number you want?
I'm fine with 65, but if we can get down to 60, that'd be the best.
Okay. 60, he says. 60 big ones. It's interesting because you've left a lot of room on the table as well, of like things to play.
I mean, this is like the 4th variation of attack lineup I've tried.
Sure. Yeah.
Because like I had one version where I was running like one Hulking Grimace, 2 of his Mauler, and just like big attacks. This one's more of like a jab, you're dead.
Yeah.
I think this is the version that has Relentless as well.
Okay.
No, it's not. Nope, this is the Merciless one. But yeah, there's a version where I was attempting to run Relentless because he just stacks ungodly damage. And Relentless being able to pick it up for 2. If Bakugo can kill you with it, he definitely can.
Right. Yeah. Just doing some quick looking, huh?
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, I've got some options for us. So, first and foremost, you know that he can't stack damage on throws, correct?
Correct.
Okay. We do have an
2
overhead
throws
reversal.
I'll say the 2 throws in there were just to like build out 1 or 2 zero diffs.
Sure.
That's why they're not prominent. His
Fair.
pseudo throw is much better in my opinion because he can stack damage on it.
Yeah, muscle rush. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, tons better. My big thing about it, honestly, is that it's a high block in your deck that wants to like have good block zone coverage, right? We've got all of these highs. Like you've already got 3 jabs, 4 haymakers, and then like it easily could be like more copies. I honestly, I think it could be like 1 more jab and then 1 more double overhead, or 1 more jab, 1 more rush, and probably feel great, right? And so like I am not a fan of overhead reversal inside this deck. That's just where I'm at. But if it's a moot point. Besides that, I like the attack lineup. Like to the point where like we could even like if we wanted to make another rapid punches, I don't think that's bad. As long as you've got the 4 rapid punches to play, you should play this card. This card's one of the not fair ones, especially in your character.
I'm not sold on overhead reversal. Like I said, mostly would just like go get like I could pull quick to act for next turn if I'm low enough.
Sure.
Or like can't be fixed if I'm running into a stun deck.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I think with back alley getting to do that same thing, and you not getting the bonus of your character off of the overhead reversal, I don't think it's worth it personally. Yeah. Actions assets. I don't think you need Trishy Cape. I think that you should just like live with the face downs that you have and like understand that like Hardened Jab is just like all you need. I think commit to unflip the Masked Menace is cool because like you can like commit, add Muscular, build it down, find it committed again, first enhance Trey Chic, unflip it, add it back to the card for -2 on the next move, and then build it back down. Like there's moves you get to do for sure. I just don't think that it's worth it, especially when you're not playing ranged moves. There's no ranged moves because the best words on this card are Deadlock Form.
Fair enough.
You know, and you're a 5-hander. You don't want to play this asset. I don't think so, at least.
Makes sense.
Sugar Rush, I love. I think it should be a 1-of because you're a 5-hander. All Out Battle, I'm a bona fide hater of this card. I don't like this card in anybody's deck, especially not air and earth. I think the only symbol that wants to play it is water because you already have seizing. Why would I flip stuff on block when I can just flip stuff offensively? And do they get to pick? Yeah, you get to pick. You get to pick. And you draw a card. Discard this card from the card pool. Yeah, I'm not in love. I'm not in love, truthfully. I think it's
originally I was in there for
fine.
the speed.
Sure. That's fair. My thought here is to actually just make all 3 of these 1-ofs if we do anything. I think drawing double seizing in your deck is just not going to be good.
Fair enough.
And if you need to, sideboard it and take out one of these. Thoughts?
That makes sense.
I'm in.
And yeah, running less actions, I guess, would be better in a 5-hander if I'm trying to get down to 60.
Correct. Let's talk about the cards that you didn't include that I thought were interesting. Let's talk about attacks. First off, Hardened Uppercut. This thing has EX2, so when you do happen to land your moves, things like Muscle Rush, it just gets very, very fast. You build face downs, so destroy 2 for +4 damage feels incredible, and it's a decent high block. Is it better than Back Alley Haymaker or Hardened Jab? No, I don't think so. It's definitely better than Overhead Reversal. So you could easily just replace this for this and probably feel great about it.
Okay.
Naval Laser Beam. I will block Breaker to you. If you happen to continue, not only do you commit the extra foundations, but I also build this card down when I take the next hit. Red Guard says that you build a foundation after you block with this card. The block's attack deals no damage. I think this is the #1 thing that people are going to mess up with Muscular. You should be full blocking. You should be completely blocking. You should be face shielding or red guarding a ton of stuff. That should just happen. That's a thing you should do. I think there's no reason for you just to take all these moves on the chin. Oh, I get +1 damage to all my moves. Yeah, but you might die, right? It's not worth taking the 4 damage if like the +1 damage isn't going to get you there, right?
I mean, it's the same concept with Nomu.
Correct.
The scary part is when he starts blocking.
Yeah. Obviously, I put in teamwork because I love this card, but I don't think it should exist. I want to put in one teamwork where you have the all-out battle. That's all. One in nature. This card says that your moves are hard to block. So you give them a bunch of damage, and this says discard a not good card for +2 speed. That's all it is. Learning the Standard seems like an insane disruption card. I will take this damage, build my card down, and then remove Learning the Standard. So I went even, and now you have to play a non-attack card. Feels great. Feels very, very good. Face Shield, for that same reason to play Red Guard. I think this card should exist in decks. Someone with Style to re-ready foundations. Apathetic is just a better version of what Seizing is kind of doing. It's just on board. And you're a 5-hander, so like finding foundations is better than finding the action cards. Especially because like you want to play a bit of a mid to late game. You're so obvious. because taking 4 damage off of a move and getting your counter is way better than taking 6, 8, 10, 12 damage. Snack Time is one of the most busted deadlock cards in the game. And the Manly Passionate guy says that you get to build your foundations when you block, as opposed to waiting for, and you get to build it face up, as opposed to waiting for the second move. What happens when the second move never comes? That means you didn't build on their turn. And so like cards like this I think are cool to as cool mind games of like, I don't care that you didn't play a second move because I went ahead and built on mine, right? And so like I think this guy might want to play Manly Passionate guy. I'm not 100% positive yet. But you want to cut. You want to cut weight. But I'm leaving all of this in your sideboard, and I'm not going to be putting any of these cards in your main board. But there's just like, there's my reasoning for playing these cards. Is it 3 seasons?
Is it 1 season? I know I had to cut a lot of foundations before because I had like One with Nature, Someone with Style, Face Shield.
Yeah.
But I just kind of started running out of room.
Makes sense. I'm going to just start hacking your deck apart. You ready?
Yep.
First off, Trishik is gone. If there's anything in here that you're like, I cannot live with what you've done here, please tell me. Let's go to difficulties first. Our 3 diffs, Pump Up. I don't think you need 4 of this card. I think this card is cool. Add a 2 of. You should be getting your counters. It's a beautiful 1 low block. It's very good. And then the best part of the card is the Flip Seal Marble Foundation. It's very, very solid. Love Masked Menace. Very, very good. Armored Muscle. I think this card's not very good. Not whenever you have it and Super Rejuvenation together. I want to cut the 1 Armored Muscle and just put in 4 Super Regens. If this is a card that you're on the hill for. Like you're dying to play Super Regen.
I just wasn't sure which one was better, like Armored Muscle or Super Regen.
This is a proactive card. This is a reactive card, right? My opponent tells me when this happens, as opposed to I have to actually hit with my move to get the damage. I think we just go for the Super Regen. Let's just play it. I think the bottom enhance is good though. So like if you feel like, man, I can't make this happen. If your Sugar Rushes are more about flipping things than giving the +2/+4, then maybe we could look at Armor Muscle again. But just for cutting stuff on there. Coping number 1, we're gonna cut it. I think the draw power on jab, the draw power on ambush, the draw power on rapid punches should be enough. And chivalrous, right? Because we're gonna put that to a 4 of. Coping is a 2/5 that you have to have the second move to do stuff. I don't think we need it. Terrifying Injury. I want to cut this card. It's not in my muscular list. I think it's neat. I don't think that it is where it needs to. I don't. This card is neat. I'm not in love with it. I think there's other stuff we could do. I think that then like Shock Absorption is just better at doing its job.
Fair enough.
Chivalrous Competitor. It's a 4 of Love Mail Bonding, Love Press Conference. High Value Target I think is interesting. I'm into it. Shock Absorption. Let's put... I want to put Shock down to a 2 and then put Resistance up to a 4, but I don't think I'm allowed to. How does this look here? I've cut a bunch. 65? That's the number you said. 65 with 24 attacks is a lot of attacks. What if we cut the overhead reversals, put in 1 jab, and then called it a day? Or we can just cut the overhead reversals and just leave it as is. You probably won't miss it. 22?
22 and a 65 as opposed to 23?
It'd be 22 as opposed to 24. I'm going to cut the overhead reversal. This card sucks.
Well, if you put the jab up, it'd be 23.
I think that I'm actually down just to leave it at the 22 in 63. This is still a little attack heavy, which is what you want, right? Because you want to be swinging moves on your turn just as much as they're swinging moves on their turn. Let's look at difficulty real quick. Our spams are fine. We got a lot of spam, right? If we wanted to increase this number, I guess we could just like go find. We technically probably could have more blocks, right? More high blocks, right? What high blocks are over here? We could like do 2 apathetic or 2 summoner style. 2 snack time wouldn't be terrible. Like 2 of this high block to put us back to 65. 65 and 22 is very close to book. Because snack time is like a mini one with nature. One with nature is technically better, but also this is a high block and a spam.
Yeah, with a amazing deadlock.
Mm-hmm. It's either apathetic or snack time, I think. Thoughts?
I'll give the snack time a try first.
Love it.
The only thing I'm worried about is like the discard cost into my 5-hander.
Yeah, that's very fair. And you're a real ass 5-hander, especially because I took out some of your draw power. But things like Chivalrous, things like Hardened Jab, things like Back Alley Haymaker, Rapid Punches, these all draw cards for you as well, right? And eventually, all of your moves are going to be worth their weight of 2 moves. And so discarding a foundation card eventually, whenever you have an established board, to give your jab +1 speed stun 1 is going to be worth it, because this is going to be a 4 mid for 9, right? As soon as you hit or get hit 4 times, right? All your moves get +4 damage. That's an insane amount of damage, especially if you can mitigate with partial blocks, like the amount of damage that you're taking. It's just very, very good.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Any thoughts? Any final thoughts?
It definitely looks a lot cleaner.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Again, I love teamwork. I think teamwork is really, really cool. If you see that seizing isn't doing it for you, having your teamwork help would be very. I mean, it's +5 damage for like no reason.
I mean, I'm on the train of I like teamwork.
I think teamwork is tight.
It's easy. It's a low block,
Yeah.
and it can just go in any deck.
It can go in literally any deck. I think it's the plus ultra of the set. Truthfully, I think this card is so good, so good. No momentum, no cringe momentum cost for the damage. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. All right, man. Any final thoughts?
I'm excited to give this a try out.
Hell yeah, dude. Stay on the line long enough for me to shoot you the list, and you have a go straight out, okay?
You as well.
All right. See you, buddy.